And then I think we're live now. Let's see. Let's see.
Yay, we're live. We did it. Huzzah.
See if it,
Oh,
yes, yes, we are.
I
Wonderful.
just I just broke the illusion by doing this and my hands disappeared.
Nice. Nice. Hey, hey, who are you?
Who am I? That is the question of the day. Something I ponder at night while I'm doom scrolling Twitter and suffering from existential dread.
Yeah.
My name is Paul Tchaikovsky, and I am as it says right here, no, here, I'm a managed OpenShift black belt at Red Hat. I still don't really know what that is, other than I know a fair bit about Kubernetes and OpenShift and DevOpsy kind of stuff.
Wonderful.
And you can find me on Twitter and stuff if you care to follow me for poo jokes and other things I say on Twitter.
Nice. Um,
Who are you?
yes, hello. I am JJ. I'm a developer advocate for the IBM Cloud, just like
Congratulations.
it says below me there. Um, and
It does.
hopefully, I don't know. I want to see if I can get a plus one or someone watching to make sure that is Paul coming in a little choppy to y'all, because I just want to make sure that I'm not crazy and my things look okay on this side. So I'll give that a second. Like wave.
Wait, do I sound choppy to
No,
you?
you sound fine. It's your video that might be a little bit choppy, and I wanted to make sure that it's not just on my side. And this is when I.
My video looks fantastic for me.
Interesting.
I look absolutely incredible.
Yes. Well, should wave your hand real quick.
My video
Wave your hand.
seems choppy. Hi. That's fine. It doesn't matter if my video is choppy,
Okay.
as long as you can hear me.
Perfect. Okay. Cool. Just want to make sure. Okay. So let's talk about what we're going to be doing. And hey, Lost Algorithm and Little Helper Bot, thank you so much for joining us here. We're going to have some fun today, as Paul and I always try to do. So, Paul, uh,
Yeah, that's me.
I hear you spend some time with OpenShift.
I do spend some time with OpenShift. Yes.
So what is OpenShift?
Wow. You go right there. You
Yeah.
go right to the hard question. You know, if I don't answer this question, I'll probably get fired if I don't answer it well. So OpenShift is, I'm going to start very simply. OpenShift is Kubernetes,
Okay.
but it's not just Kubernetes. So if you use Kubernetes, just raw Kubernetes,
Mm-hmm.
there's a bunch of other stuff you have to do to make it like operably useful. So you have to have monitoring and logging. You need to have some tooling to do maybe some CI/CD. You need to build images. You need to restore images, um, all that sort of stuff. So OpenShift brings all of that to you
Mm-hmm.
and provides it as like a fully integrated experience. Whereas if you have Kubernetes and you kind of build it all yourself, all those extra bits to build out your platform, you end up having to figure out how it all integrates together. And Red Hat OpenShift just kind of does that for you as part of, as part of being a platform. So you get Kubernetes as a container orchestrator, but you also get OpenShift, which is also anything up to a full PaaS-like experience. So like your old CF push, except it's like OC deploy. And then you'll also get a bunch of your even more newer like serverless type stuff. So it's kind of a whole gamut of the different interfaces into a platform you might need depending on who exactly you are and what kind of control you need over infrastructure, and or if you just have an app or a function that you need to run at a given time.
Nice. That's a very thorough answer. I appreciate that.
I hope so.
Yes.
Now, one of the things that OpenShift does very well is, OpenShift through CoreOS and friends really pioneered the concept of operators. And operators are basically a way you extend the Kubernetes API itself to support things that Kubernetes doesn't support natively. And so just about everything that OpenShift itself does is via operators. And in fact, you're using the IBM OpenShift service, right?
We will be, yes.
We will be. So everything you do, everything that they do to run your cluster for you is also done with operators. So there's operators like below your cluster, there's operators above your cluster. And the operators are basically reconciliation loops that are saying, this is what you asked for. Does it still look like that? If not, I'm going to fix it.
Okay.
And I believe the reason I'm saying that is because I believe we're going to be talking about operators, or at least a specific operator.
Mhm.
So I thought I would tee that up for you.
That sounds great. So I believe I stole this from somebody, and let me go ahead and
Little Helper Boat just said he had a nightmare that there were operators under his bed.
nice.
I mean, I don't know what's scarier, operators or clowns.
Now I was looking for,
Or maybe clowns who write operators.
so I'm gonna go ahead and flip over my desktop real fast,
Like
and
a table flip type flip over?
absolutely. So this is actually
Whoosh.
specifically for the Helm operator, but that reconcile loop that you're talking about is what actually happens here. Is that correct? Where we have this operator that sits there, sees the custom resource values, and then any change that needs to happen. In this case, with this Helm operator, it would kick a new Helm release. Is that the reconcile loop that you're talking about?
Yeah, effectively. You'll change something in your custom resource, and it will say, oh, your desired state is now different to your actual state. And so now I'm going to figure out how to make that actual state match your desired state. And in the Helm operator case, it's going to probably run like a Helm upgrade type operation to do that.
I was actually looking.
In other things, it would be probably modifying the effectively the YAML directly. And if you have like say the MySQL operator, it can manage your like replication and automatically heal when a replica fails, that sort of stuff.
I was originally looking for that.
So basically,
Go ahead.
it's all the knowledge of how to run an application or a thing, put into code, and then run as a reconciliation.
Cool.
You do anything from managing databases to controlling external resources. Like there's a Google Cloud operator. There's a bunch of stuff. So if you want to, if you were running a Google Cloud, you could run the Google Cloud operator and then say, give me a Google Cloud database in Kubernetes, and it would sort of take care of making that happen for you.
Nice.
So it's not necessarily just things that are in the cluster; it can be things outside of the cluster too.
So my original plan was to find that operator or the reconcile loop image, and obviously I couldn't, so I found that one. But I did put a link into the chat, which is the very general what is a Kubernetes operator official doc, which if you've never seen it before, I strongly suggest taking a read through this to kind of get your head wrapped around it. So there's a couple different places you can get operators from. We have the Red Hat Marketplace, which is a certified operator from Red Hat. There's the Operator Hub, which is kind of the community. Is that a good way to describe it? Kind of ecosystem for operators?
Yep. That's right. And then there's also Artifact Hub as well, which also has operators.
Okay.
And I think it interfaces with Operator Hub. So most things that are on Operator Hub are also on Artifact Hub.
Okay.
But anyone that has operators can share them on the Artifact Hub, which is just like a vendor neutral thing run by the CNCF for Helm charts, operators, and other Kubernetes related artifacts.
Awesome. And just to make sure this is very clear too, is that the Red Hat Marketplace, you can actually buy licenses for enterprise supported software and actually be able to do it. We are not actually going to be playing in any of these spaces because I found an operator that is so obscure for me and Paul, not most people, but for me and Paul, that I wanted to challenge us by trying to get it to run today. So I found this OpenLiberty operator, which if you don't know, OpenLiberty...
And I don't.
OpenLiberty is the Java runtime where you can actually have it spin up a Java instance for you so you can run your Java application. OpenLiberty is the new version, or is the version of the Java application server is the word I'm looking for. So hopefully this won't take us very long, because from what it sounds like and what I've seen, they've actually spent a lot of time making this very, very good. But like I said, I haven't actually touched it. And with Paul and I knowing so much about operators, hopefully this will be relatively straightforward and relatively simple. And if we if we get any far, if we knock it out really quickly, we can always go into something else. But we're gonna have some fun. We're gonna have some fun. And we have a nice blank Red Hat cluster, OpenShift cluster right here. As we said earlier, Paul and I are both on a box here. I'm going to say hi, Paul. And what is Paul going to say? There we go. Perfect. So we're both talking to the same machine. So if one of us can't type, the other one can take and run with it. Excuse me for a second. Okay. So with everything out there, you should always probably take a breath and look at some docs when you first start anything. So we have a you can install the Open via kubectl commands or assisted by the lifecycle manager. I believe we're going to use kubectl for this. We do have kubectl here. Kubectl get pods. Oops, I can't type already. We shouldn't see anything there, which is good. Get all, just to make sure that we're actually connected to something that we're expecting to. As you can see here, we have OpenShift as we expected, and it is the machine I spun up only 5 hours ago. Cool?
Awesome.
All right. So we're going to go ahead and go to this documentation right here. And then we are going to... I'm already confused. User guide? Yes.
Well, we don't need to troubleshoot it just yet. So I guess user guide.
Yeah. I'm surprised I didn't have a
Operator install.
Yeah, I'm surprised I didn't have a link to the installation immediately. Okay. So there's our CRD, which we'll eventually need to do. We're going to need an application image. That's going to be a problem because I don't even think I have a simple... There's got to be... Can you start looking for a simple Java app that we can play around with, Paul?
Well, so I don't know much about OpenLiberty, but isn't OpenLiberty more than just Java? Isn't it like a microservices framework? But I bet you if we Google for OpenLiberty sample app, we'll find something. So let's just assume that we'll find something when we get to that point. Let's not do it yet, because we need to get the operator installed.
Yeah, which I still haven't...
Now, we could do this the easy way or the hard way. I suggest we do it the hard way, but what I do want to show you real quick is the easy way.
Okay.
So if you bring up your OpenShift console, and if you go to Operator Hub on the left, and then you type in Liberty, if you click that,
hit install.
You could just hit install. Now, I'm going to say let's do this the hard way.
Yes.
Because there's no learning happening by just hitting an install button.
Yep. And it's also phase 5. That's pretty cool.
Right.
I'm surprised about that, to be honest with you. Okay, so yes.
That's generally the first time I go to like deploy something on a cluster, I go straight to the operator hub and see if there's anything there. And if there's not, I'll also then have a look at the Red Hat Marketplace. And if not, then I'll start looking at Operator Hub and Artifact Hub. And like the Operator Hub that you find in the OpenShift container platform, I'm pretty sure is effectively the same view as what you're seeing at operatorhub.io.
Yep. For a sanity check, I wanted to do that real fast.
Yeah.
which is what we're expecting. So now if we're going to do this the hard way, do we go to the Artifactory hub, or is there? I just assumed I could go to the install docs on the GitHub page to just be like, kubectl apply this manifest. Congratulations, you
Yeah.
installed it.
So it says use the instructions for one of the releases to install. So I guess open the releases in a new window.
Oh,
what's going?
so that
I see.
Yeah, they rolled it into their release. Oh, interesting. Okay.
Okay, so the releases is it where they say releases here, it's the manifests to deploy a given release.
Yep.
Versus being like the releases, like GitHub releases.
Yeah, that's where I got confused too. I thought it was a GitHub release also.
I feel like they could have a quick start guide.
Yeah.
But I guess this is close enough to a quick start guide.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll go ahead and kubectl apply. We're not going to be good citizens or good engineers. We're just going to go ahead and YOLO this just because, why not?
Yeah. So this is the CRDs. Mm-hmm. And then I think the next apply will be the actual operator itself. So now Kubernetes is aware of your extensions to its APIs, but you're not running anything that tells it. You're not running anything for it to talk to yet.
Holy Jesus! What the hell is they asking me to do here?
Oh, nice. We have to run a sed command.
Yeah. What?
Whew.
Okay.
Classic.
So we're gonna.
All right. So export. So why don't we do this? Why don't we? So we need 2 namespaces, one for the operator itself and one for where it's watching.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and do that. So do your export. We'll set the environment variable. You can just do a create against the environment variable.
Oh, okay, yeah. Export specify.
No, stop.
This one.
Look below. Yeah.
My bad. Copy. Operating space we Liberty.
Let's just call it Liberty-Operator.
Okay. Export.
And then watch namespace will be Liberty-Resources.
What if Foghorn Leghorn is talking about installing? I said. That's pretty good. All right, little helper bot. That's pretty good. I'll give you points for that one. All right. And then so I can do create.
Well, hang on. Yes. I think it's going to create the namespace for you, because if you're looking through the instructions, it's not telling you to create one. So I bet you part of the sed command is blitzing a create on the namespace. So rather than piping it to the kube apply, why don't you drop it to a file, and that way we can have a quick look at it.
You and your logic. Exactly what I thought was going to happen. All right, hang on. They don't have copy.
I'm confused. What are you doing?
I'm trying. I gotta paste all this stuff in, right? So then I gotta do that, and then do out, or what is this?
Oh yeah. rback.yaml. Right. And then do the same for the second one, which will be the operator itself.
Wait, hold on. Did I do something wrong here? Oh no, it's just massive.
Nah, man.
Nope, there we go.
No, you ran a double curl thing. So what you did, because it was already a multi-line thing, and then you paste it again as part of that same, so you end up doing like a curl thing.
Okay.
Um,
My bad.
but it looks like you got the file, so let's not worry too much. But grab that second command.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
No, like for installing the operator. You already did this step, didn't you?
No, because
Or did it fail it?
it's all busted. It's all busted. That's the reason
Okay.
why it's
All right.
massive. Yeah. Back to YAML. There we go. See, that was significantly shorter. Oh, that's more reasonable. Okay. So then I can come over here, grab this one, and this is the. That one will be the operator.yaml.
.yaml.
There we go.
Okay. So they should do -s's in there to get rid of the unnecessary percentage test things.
Yeah. So we should not. We should see Liberty Operator. There we go. There's our namespaces, as we're expecting. So we got a cluster role binding. What else do we have in here? Cluster role. Oh, it's cluster role and a cluster role binding, which is what we were expecting, right?
Yeah.
So kube, ctl, apply -f rback. All right. There we go. There's our cluster role and cluster role binding. And then
now let's look at the operator.
Yep, operator. Got our service account. More stuff around that. Here's our role binding. Here's our deployment.
Interesting. Why have they just done the role binding in 2 places?
I think they might have. No. It's per the namespace, isn't it? Or no?
Oh yeah. Okay.
Because this one actually you put into the actual namespace, the operator namespace.
Yeah, gotcha. Yeah, so one's a cluster role binding. This one's just a regular role binding.
Here we go. That's what we're looking for. So it is actually pulling from there. It did not update the watch namespace here. That's a problem.
It did. No, that's right. Liberty Resources.
Oh, haha.
Looking at the variable name.
Yeah. It's not even 10 minutes into this thing, and I'm already whatever. Oh, okay, and that's it. All right.
So let's do it.
Apply -f -n operator namespace -f. Oh, come on, really? What is going on?
What are you doing?
I don't know.
AJ.
Okay, apply -f -n.
You don't need to do a -n.
I do need the namespace.
It's already specifying the namespace. It's specifying the namespaces in the manifest.
Oh, okay. All right.
You only need to set it if you want to override it. So you can just do rback.yaml and then operator.yaml.
Okay, already done.
Oh, yeah, you already did rback. I missed that.
Nope. Look, it did it in the default namespace. See?
Oh, sorry. I missed that.
Yep.
I feel silly. I should have let you do what you were doing.
Yeah.
It seems weird to me that they wouldn't just put the namespace in the operator call.
I agree. What?
Really? So you actually do need to create the namespace.
You want to put a PR in real quick? Oh, jeez. Okay. Create NS. Dollar operator namespace.
Yeah, and you'll probably also need to create the other namespace too.
Watch name namespace. Yeah, that's just being lazy, isn't it?
Right. It's just that thing where by the time you write the doc, the tribal knowledge is already in your brain, and therefore you don't really
Oh,
fully document it, and then you maybe never watch a person actually go through your documentation, so you never find this.
Lost algorithm. Thank you for that. I completely forgot. Normally I have it as like big screen, so I'm not behind it. My mistake. I am so sorry about that. So I'll try to do it this way from now on.
This guy.
Yeah, no, it happens. Okay, so we've installed it. So okay, get
I guess so.
CRDs.
Oh, it's going to be a cajillion.
Yeah, that's right. Grep open maybe. JJ, come on now. Oh, well, here it is anyway. But I was like, open is right? Oh, Jesus, JJ.
Yeah. Hey, you got it to work. We got what you needed.
There you go. So we got our applications.
Nice. So that's that work. That's that in. Now, I guess we need to check the namespace itself and make sure the operator is running.
What do we call it? We called it Liberty Operator. Okay, get deployments. That looks pretty good.
Nice.
So, okay, logs. This guy. Okay, log. It is logs.
No. It is logs. It's just that that's the name of the deployment.
God damn it, JJ. Come on now. Okay, pod. Get pods.
You haven't got your auto completion running?
Well, you saw those weird errors we had a minute ago. I don't test it now. Okay.
You don't want to fight that.
Yeah, I really don't. Okay. There we go. We got starting workers, starting controllers, starting event source. This looks pretty close to what we want here.
I reckon we're in a good spot. So now we want to change namespace to the
there's the actual reconcile
Liberty
loop also. This is good. Okay, so NS Liberty resources. Okay, get pods.
Now there should be nothing here.
Just checking.
Oh yeah, I was just saying there should be nothing here. I was confirming. All right, so
hey, Lost Algorithm, that's awesome. Hang on, Paul. Lost Algorithm mentioned I really need to convince some people to get into OpenShift. This looks a lot nicer than our setups. So Lost Algorithm, do you have obviously there's a conversation you need to have with your coworkers about it. What are your stumbling blocks? What is the thing that is there's a step to move into the OpenShift world, absolutely. But what do you think is the biggest stumbling block that you need to address? That maybe Paul and I can come up with some ideas for you. All right. So while he's writing that out, I guess we're going to come over here and go into the docs here, Paul. Does that sound about right?
Yeah.
User guide.
And I guess back to the user guide.
Yeah.
And then does it have
Here we go.
Here's a
CRD.
Right, but where's the example app? We need to find an example app. I was hoping that they would have.
That I don't know.
Just do it. Can you just do a word search for example? No.
Nope. This is all super deep OpenLiberty stuff.
Yeah.
Not just like hey, this is how to get an example of getting this working. Basic usage.
I wonder if we can Google for OpenLiberty Operator how-to or guide and see if
Is there an example here? Building application image. Here we go. From OpenLiberty. Still not actually a. This is just a scaffolding, isn't it?
right. Yeah, I think we need to like look for like someone who's already gone through this and has like an example app already
Yeah.
ready to go.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, you also have the internet on your side too, Paul. Just saying. So people want to watch
Well,
it.
I know, but like people can't see what I'm doing because I haven't got my screen shared.
What I'm saying, you could be looking for it and send me a link. Sample.
Oh, I could be doing that.
Just saying.
I mean, if you want me to be helpful and all.
Here we go. OpenLiberty real world example. Oh God, there's Maven involved. This is also Maven. I guess we should look for like maybe containerized.
They don't even have a. Wow, they don't have a. What is it? Okay, so what year is it, JJ?
1972, I believe. I broke Paul. I broke Paul. He doesn't know what to do.
What year is it, JJ?
2021, my friend.
It is. How come in 2021 there are example code repos that don't come with Docker files and like existing pre-built images in a Docker registry? It boggles my mind every time I see that.
I agree. So here's a containerized tutorial.
Oh, cool. So Lost Algorithm said that they're running like hashy stuff, so Nomad and console and stuff. And Slurm, I don't even know what Slurm is. I mean, I know what it is from Futurama.
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah. So the without sounding too. Well, what convinced me about OpenShift, and for me specifically, if I was starting my own business and I tried to put myself in the shoes of the personality that would be, right now, if I was going into the containerized world, landscape.cncf.io is horrifying. There's just too many options to do things. And then when I look at OpenShift and it shows the actual choices that is already done for me, and I can give to my developers a very simple on-ramp for them to start writing their code. As an old school operations person, that is extremely, extremely exciting to me. Because now I don't have to worry about all this stuff, and we can actually beat our goals. Yes, we have to spend a little bit more money, but it's a build versus buy conversation. And the interesting part here is it's actually better to buy this. It really is.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's a really good way of looking at it is if you look at the CNCF landscape, it's bananas. If you were to pay someone to go through that and pick the best of breed from each of the sections and then build out the tooling to install and manage that on Kubernetes and offer you support for it, that's effectively what you're getting out of OpenShift.
Exactly. So you're getting it in code instead of humans.
Yeah.
Lost Algorithm, thank you. That's a great way of putting it. As he said, for the future people watching this video, what he's annoyed by is the onboarding is far too painful for what the devs are willing to achieve. And if you can literally give them 3 commands to be able to push something out into OpenShift, like that is really exciting.
I mean, not just 3 commands, but JJ, let's take a moment. And if you bring up the console, and if you go to the developer view, and you just go to add, and click on create a project, and call it JJ's Fantastic Demo, or whatever you want to. Hey, that works too.
Oh,
Oh, it
boo.
doesn't work. No
Oh, boo.
capitals. Come
Boo.
on,
Boo.
JJ.
Uh, got me on that one. Uh-oh.
Now go ahead and click from Git.
From Git.
And then you need a Git URL link. If you go back to one of those example OpenLiberty things you were just at, I bet you we can just copy and paste the Git URL for that.
Oh, I see where you're going with this.
Literally like the URL in your
This one
browser
though?
window.
This one though? I don't know.
Sure, why not?
Okay.
Let's give it a shot.
All right. I mean, that's the whole reason why we're streaming, right? To learn this stuff.
Right?
Paste.
Yeah.
It's validated as Java.
Yeah. And then just hit create.
Okay. Oh.
So now we've done that, we're going to see what it's doing. So if you look at, you can see there's the Java icon in the middle, right? And if you look there, that's telling you to the bottom left little circle of the Java icon. That's telling you that there's a build currently running. So if you click on that.
That looks good.
Right.
And there's a built-in registry for this too. So we're doing all this locally on our actual cluster. We're not going anywhere else.
Yeah, so this is kind of the simplest like app deployment developer workflow OpenShift offers. You can also do the exact same thing from the command line, but it's less interesting to see because you got to hunt for a lot of stuff. But like that's it. And when it's eventually running, it'll have the URL to click on to get there. And if you don't like the URL, you set up a vanity URL and use that instead.
Do you know actually how to do
and
that?
Like
the vanity URL?
Yes.
Did I call you out on something
And
there?
that's probably no. I do. It's just a longer conversation.
Okay.
Like we could spend 20-30 minutes setting it up, or we could just say you can do it and maybe leave that for a different stream.
Sounds good.
And then from there, like it gets as difficult as you need it to get. So as your app gets complex, you might need to start providing your own manifests, or you might need to at least be able to provide hints to where, say, your database lives and stuff like that. So certainly not every app is as simple as this, but there's no reason for a simple app it shouldn't be this easy. And then as you get complex, there's the GitOps operator, there's the Tecton operator, there's a bunch of ways you can kind of build out tooling to deal with the complexity of deploying a complex app. So build is complete. Uh-oh, it says error.
Yep.
Crash loop back off.
Something didn't like it.
So there's probably something we need to put in the command line. Let's have a look at the logs, just out of curiosity. I mean, I'm not surprised because we just picked a random thing off the internet. Yeah, so clearly this app requires some extra arguments or whatever, which, doesn't surprise me. But, I guess this app aside, it should have worked. Anyway, that was just a quick aside. Now back to, what was I going to say? Back to the OpenLiberty thing. Do we still need to find an example?
Yeah.
Yeah, lost algorithm. That's the same everywhere. The good thing about Kubernetes is you get access to like external DNS and Let's Encrypt, so that even without OpenShift, it's not too difficult to do vanity URLs with OpenShift it becomes a little bit easier because there's some operators and stuff that will do it for you. All right, so back to the OpenLiberty Operator.
I was just hoping to actually see it running, and that was kind of my only major goal here. But again, the challenge is because we don't have a simple app, is going to be the stumbling block, because we know it's running because we saw the reconcile loop and the operator actually up and running. But any chance anyone has a suggestion on the chat instead of us just searching for OpenLiberty examples? There's got to be a...
Oh.
Where'd you find?
Here you go. Here you go. Oh, how do I send it? Oh, I guess I can stick it in chat.
Yeah, it works. Of course, it went to the wrong place. Sample code from GitHub. OpenLiberty. Tree, cat, connect, deploy.
At least they have a Docker file.
Yeah.
Now I was hoping they have a CR here.
So my gut is telling me we can just build this, and then we can just, I'll push this up to, well, you know what we'll do? That's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and pull this down. I'll build it locally, push this into Quay, and then we'll take it from Quay, and we'll run it obviously first. And then if it works how we expect it to, we'll dump it into this application image on Quay, and then see if it actually spins up. All right.
Yep.
So we'll come over here, cd source, cd. Do I have Docker on this thing? Docker. I do. Good. Cd GitHub. And then this one is mkdir Azure samples. CD Azure samples. And then we'll go ahead and copy, git clone. OpenLiberty, and then we'll go into Java E. Should have our Docker file there. Good. So we'll do Docker. Docker. Oh, Docker. God, JJ, come on. Docker. Build -t. Quay.io. Awesome. What is it? What are we calling this? This is OpenLiberty demo latest period. Yeah, I have the awesome namespace in Quay.
Of course you do.
Oh, the creamy goodness, that's cute. If you didn't see this, creamy goodness said the most important thing when developing for Azure is someone else's credit card. That's cute. I'll give you points for that one, buddy.
He's not wrong.
All right. So then while that's going, oops, I broke that. What? The hell just happened there? No such file. Do we need to build this first? Oh, shite. See, we got to build the target cafe war.
Okay. This should be doable.
Right here. Here it is. Or not.
And there was 2 Docker files in there. Does the other one maybe do the building? Nope.
No. Yeah, it's still looking for this Java. Maybe we can just find this thing.
No, we
No.
should we should be able to do this.
Dude, I know fuck all about Java.
I
So,
mean, let let's figure it out.
okay.
So back to their instructions
Mm-hmm.
for a second. They give you a Java command to run. Like, what's the actual command to build the app?
I'm not seeing that Java command. It's tree, cat, AZK.
No, there was some Maven commands in the Azure doc.
Oh my good God. Sorry. My phone just freaked out on me.
All right, let me have a look at this for a second. So where are we?
Can you hear me? Okay, there you go. Yeah.
I can hear you.
Yeah, run with it.
All right. So I bet we can do vim docker file. We can do from Java JDK Docker Maven. What version of Java is it talking about using? What version is the UBI? Can you see? The JDK 11.
Give me a second.
Java
Java 8.
8.
Java 8.
3.8.11 JDK. Open JDK. There we go. I think we can do this. Maven. Copy dot to dot.
Lost Algorithm said it's from Liberty, Open Liberty kernel, Java 8. Yes, perfect. Thank you. And what a weird Docker file. They built the WAR on the host. Exactly. I'm not crazy. They just copy in the WAR file. They're not actually doing it, which is weird.
Right. Yeah. So the only thing is, I don't know if that UBI probably doesn't have Maven and stuff in it to do the build. So I'm looking for. So thanks for that. So it looks like we want Java. Is it Java 8 or Java 9? What's the difference between Java 8 and OpenJ9?
Oh,
Whatever. We'll see what we can. We'll
yeah.
see what we end up with. So if we copy dot to dot, that'll get the file in there. And then where's the Maven, actual Maven command?
Lost Algorithm came back with OpenJ9 is the runtime. Java 8 is the language. I did not know that.
Uh-huh. And then we can do run.
And Creamy Goodness has informed us that OpenJ9 is something we usually don't want.
Right. I'm glad there's people that actually know what we're doing here, because we certainly don't.
That is so true.
Let's see what happens here. Docker build -t JK.
Should I make this bigger?
F Docker file. I don't know. Let's see what happens. This is the joys of picking random apps from the internet and then stubbornly continuing on with them even after you realize that it was a bad idea.
Oh, hey, it's all learning, right? It's all a learning experience.
Right?
Yeah, that looks like Java.
Yeah.
I am still impressed though that this was able to figure out it was a Java app in OpenShift that quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Lost algorithm. If I've learned anything in the recent time, a lot of this stuff is weird flexes. Not gonna lie. Okay. I mean, that looks like it worked.
So that looks like it worked, but the thing we ended up with is the war is now inside
The container.
the container.
Well, we can go into the container and copy it out with Docker CP.
Yeah. So you need it running, right? And then you can get it out.
Yeah, you can just do
So we
Docker
can
run.
do,
Jesus Christ.
yeah.
Oh my God, this is so dirty.
Let's open a new and do, hey, we're going to make this work.
All right.
Oops. We want that. Docker run. XTI. The
SRV maybe?
where we reckon the source is.
SRV.
No, it'll be in
User local Java or some dumb thing.
what a target. Yeah,
Oh,
target, there it is.
Yeah, good call. Good call,
Right.
Lost Algorithm. I'm starting to think you should be on the stream, not me. It really seems like you know
Now we
what's
can
going on.
do Docker CP. The container name, which is Docker, yes. ID will do there. Target to dot.
Hmm?
No. What did I do wrong there?
I don't. Oh, you commented it out. No, you commented it out.
Yeah, but I think we want it to be in.
Commented it out again.
Oh my God. What is wrong with me?
I'm feeling your pain, buddy.
Oh, look.
Yeah.
Did we do it?
Yeah, we got it.
Did we do it? And now we can do back to the doc. Where's the Docker? Oh boy, I forgot what was the next step. Oh, we need to give it a name.
Wait, no, doesn't this need to be
Docker build dash T, and then dash doc.
Oh no, we were going to push this up to Quay, weren't we?
Yeah, I'm just making sure it builds.
Oh,
You
okay.
can retag it and do
Oh,
whatever
I guess
you
that's
want.
true. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Okay.
What happens if we do Docker run dash T?
That's what.
I mean, that looks like it's working.
Yeah.
That looks good. So now go
Holy
ahead
hell.
and retag it and push it.
Yeah. Hang on.
You take over now.
Okay.
Do what you need to do.
All right. So, Docker images, grab head. What? Oh, Jesus, JJ, come on. Head and
Yeah, lost algorithm. I was thinking about mapping the target, but I didn't want to rerun the build and take it another couple of minutes. So it was easier to do that dirty copy.
dash T.
I do find it interesting that like Docker copy can only copy out of a running container instead of like a static image that's there. given that an image is effectively just a tarball or a collection of tarballs, you would think Docker would be able to figure that out.
There we go. Docker.
Look at you go.
We'll go over to Quay now.
Tell you what, between the two of us, we're almost a whole DevOps.
I know, right? Isn't that awesome? It's like we've done this before.
Incredible.
Right? Awesome.
Now, do you already have awesome, like, is this a public registry?
It's about to be. It's about to be.
All right, cool.
There we go. Okay. There we go. There we go. Perfect. Okay. So now
we've got there's a YAML file, and I think we just need to
hang on. Let me clean up some
copy and
tabs
paste
real
that
quick.
image name.
Clean up some tabs. Hang on. Make sure we're back on track here. Can use that later. Don't care about that nor that. For the love of God, no, I don't want that. Here we go. So mkdir open lib. Open lib.
Hang on, wait. There was a YAML file in the directory you were just in.
Oh, really?
Yeah, with next to the source.
Oh, my bad. Hang on. The pipelines?
No, and you got to jump into the Java app symbol cluster. Yeah.
This one?
Yeah, so you can see OpenLiberty application. So we just need to change replicas and the application image.
Okay. So replicas should be
3.
3. Good for me.
Because that magically makes it highly available.
Absolutely. Quite hello. Awesome. What do we call it? Java EE Cafe Simple Latest. Don't need
Love
a
that
full
latest.
secret. That looks right, right?
Looks good to me.
OpenLiberty application. Just sanity check one more time. OpenLiberty application. Okay, cool. Okay.
Right, and then you want to make sure you're doing this in the, is it Liberty application namespace?
We are in the application, no, resources. Which is
Resources, that's it. All right, so if we're already in that, then that's all good. Whew. Look at this go. So if you do a logs on, before you do this, do a logs on the operator itself. So -n liberty-operator.
Liberty-operator logs.
Logs. And then, yeah.
It looks like it's doing stuff.
So you can see, yeah, you can see it's doing a deployment. It's seeing that it's got a thing. It's created a deployment. It's reconciling. And you can see there at the bottom, the request name is Java EE app simple cluster. So this is acting on the CRD that we created.
Yep.
Sorry, the CR we created. Okay, that is against the CRD.
And then deployment is still doing stuff. So if we do get or watch kubes CTL.
Well, let's do a kget pods and see what that shows us. Image pull back off. What did you do?
I don't know.
All right, well, let's just do a kubectl edit on the resource.
Hang on. Describe this. What?
Describe pod, sir.
Oh, God, it drives me crazy. Oh, I think Lost Algorithm was right. It was not latest. It was supposed to be 100.
Yeah, he is
Yeah.
right.
So we'll go ahead and delete or
Just
apply.
edit the
Yep.
just edit the manifest and then
Good eye, Lost Algorithm. Good eye. 1.0.
I'm glad someone has an idea of what we're doing. Was it just 1.0.0?
Yes, I am
Well,
very positive in that.
just 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 double check.
1.0. There you
Perfect.
go.
All right.
Apply dash
Ship
F.
it.
All right, there we go. So now if we go back to our reconcile loop, things are still happening. And then if we do pods, container creating.
Okay, so it's obviously it updated the deployment, and
Mhm.
so the deployment is gonna basically roll the pods. So it's probably gonna wait until the first one is up, delete one, and then add another one, etc. I'm gonna guess is what it's doing here. Dash F.
Yep. There we
follow.
go. Things are starting.
Ooh, look at this.
There's one's running.
Now do a kubectl get service.
That looks like a real port. Real IP.
And then did it create an ingress or a route or anything?
Well, it's listed on port 80, so let's just try that first.
Yeah.
Oh my good God. This actually worked. I'm going to hit the button. I'm going to hit the button. There we go. Hit the button. Holy hell. This actually worked.
Shout out to Lost Algorithm and Creamy Goodness who helped us out there. Like we would have got there, but I think you probably saved us 10 to 15 minutes by giving us some hints as we were doing it.
Absolutely.
So thank you for the help.
Yeah.
And thank you for the sanity checking. And like, this is weird. Like normally when we hit something like this, we like flop around for an hour and a half before giving up and, drinking. Yeah, better order a coffee, JJ.
I think I'm going to. It's going to be, my coffee's only going to be worth $1. I'm going to submit that. There we go. We added it. It updated. So if I refresh this, I want to see if this, I guess it's all in one pod, is it? Okay, get pods? No, it's multiple pods. HK8, HK8. So I'm talking to this one. Am I being load balanced? I'm not. Paul, if you go to that URL or that IP, do you get the same one real quick?
What's the IP address?
149.81.
149, 81,
120.
120,
118.
118. How I ended up with 2 dots there. Yep, I see just copy 1 and copy 2.
Do you, what pod name are you talking to? Last four.
Q5J.
Last digits 25. What was it?
Q5JZD.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Oh, so Lost Algorithm also went to a different one. So I bet Paul, if you go ahead and add one to yourself, this probably there's probably not a database and it's probably not shared. So we're 3 different replicas.
Oh yeah, no, it's just
yeah.
It's just in memory.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That's fine. But we can still write to memory and we can still see it. And I guess we're getting load balanced to this.
Oh wait, I see Lost did create a copy called Java, and I created one called the Paul, and they both showed up in mine. So we must be sharing a pod.
Yeah. I got Java 2 now.
Cool.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm gonna call that good.
Pretty cool.
I'm gonna call that good and go ahead and take off the screen now, and we're gonna just talk for a minute and close this up because I want to leave
Well,
on a.
before we do that, I want to
Oh,
see if we can see it in the OpenShift console.
oh, God damn it! All right, fine. All right, all
You
right.
don't want to.
No, you're right. You're right. All right. So it's not Paul smells funny. It is the. Well, first of all, let's take the operator, and here's our operator, which is just doing its job. OpenLiberty Operator, as we were expecting,
Mm-hmm.
which is good. And then we should now go to the resources and see three. No. 3 pods.
Yeah, no, because it's looking at the deployment and then it has the
Yep.
pods. Now, here's something we could look at doing.
Mm-hmm.
Click on it again. See that warning you have at the top?
Mm-hmm.
Health checks.
Mm.
Go ahead and hit add health checks. But before you do, look at the services because we need to know what port to check.
Oh, good call.
We go back one.
Uh,
And down the bottom it says, what's the pod port?
9080. 9080.
Yeah.
Copy. Health check.
Yeah. And then add health checks and then add readiness probe. And then you'll need to change the port.
To 9080. And HTTP get should be fine for us.
Yeah. And then hit the little tick.
So check.
And
mark.
then click on
the Australian.
liveness probe.
It's a check mark Australian. It's not a tick.
It's a tick, sir. It's a tick.
I love you too, buddy.
Change the port there. And then, because this is a Java app, set an initial delay to 300. Because the liveness check, if it's not ready, it will... No.
7
do something
million.
sensible. No, do something sensible.
All right.
And then hit the little checkbox.
Yay.
What am I saying?
Yep, there you go.
All right. And then just hit add. Don't worry about the startup probe.
All right.
And so that's like a good example of OpenShift helping us out, right? It's saying, hey, you don't have all your health checks. And so we added one, and it's going to re-roll the pods as part of adding them.
Is it under monitoring? No. Where are the health checks? We added them.
We did. Why does it still say they're not there? Click on add health checks again.
And also, there's no route, which I thought was interesting.
That's because it doesn't have a route. So a route is a OpenShift specific thing. And it's using a service instead.
Got it. It didn't save. Let's try that again. Readiness probe.
Weird.
Paste. And
hit the check 1 2.
Paste. And then 300 seconds.
Yeah. I hit the check.
And add.
And then hit add.
No. Is it because I'm a developer?
Weird. Oh, I wonder if we're fighting the
operator. Oh, good. Well, yeah, because the operator would own all this stuff, wouldn't it?
Yeah, so if it's being very specific about what's going on, so if we wanted to fix it, we would actually need to set it in the CRD itself, like the CR.
Oops, that's not it. There's probably some option in here. Let's see.
Just
live.
just search for like liveness.
There we go. Liveness probe right here. There it is.
Yeah.
So that is.
So yeah, we could let's not bother, but that's cool. We could set that there and have it go. And I bet you because it's something Java-ish, there's probably like a couple of environment variables we could set to get it to use MySQL instead of an in-memory database.
Yep. That's pretty cool though. All right. Now we're gonna wrap this up and call this from the top, because honestly, for surprisingly, this video and this time together, I know for a fact I'm going to be screaming this from the hilltops inside of IBM, at least, because this is actually going to teach a lot of people the beauty of OpenShift, because now they understand where OpenLiberty fits inside of it, and now they even understand why an operator is useful. Like, Paul, this
Right?
is great, man. Like across the board.
Yeah, this was pretty fantastic.
Yeah.
And of course, we could have made it a lot simpler for us ourselves and used the like the operator installer from inside of
Mm-hmm.
OpenShift. But otherwise, like, given the fact that I didn't even know how to spell the word liberty before we started this stream,
Yeah.
I feel like we did okay.
I do too. I do too. All right, sir.
Cool.
Yeah. Well, hey, Lost Algorithm, thank you for helping us out. Same as with, I believe it was
Right.
Creamy Goodness again too.
Creamy
Please,
goodness.
yeah. If you guys have any, we'll keep this going for just a couple more minutes. If you have any other questions or thoughts, throw them into the chat. As you see down below, that's how to get a reach of both me and Paul. We are always willing to help, and we'll be back next week.
We will be back next week.
Yeah.
And I dare say that given the success we just had, we'll probably do some more interesting OpenShift stuff.
I feel like that's a very safe bet.
Yeah.
All right, buddy.
Yeah. Maybe we can call it Will It Shift and be like the Will It Blend videos, but for OpenShift.
That's not bad. That is not bad.
Yeah. No, I don't want to be open shifting your goalposts.
Oh, jeez. All right. We're going away now. We're going away. All right.
All right.
Bye.
Bye. Oh, two-handers. Bye.